let's see.
No.
Let's see if this is gonna work. As I refresh.
I just wanted to start a shitstorm, and then Twitch said no. Like, fuck.
It was like too much chaos.
Oh, I can hear myself in the thing because we're not muted.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was testing.
I can hear y'all now.
Yay! All right, we're going on a 5-minute break for the temporary for a temporary thing. And so if you need to refill your drinks or whatever, please do so right now. I'll be back in a few. Let us go back to where we were before. Now that we're back, so I just wanted to kind of clarify where we left off is that, sorry for the technical difficulties, it's not a Jacqueline Hair stream without it. We have basically, Wiley saddling up into the poker table along with Senator Jones and Davidson, Miss Gianna Sullivan of the business venture architecture, Sullivan Architecture, and Agent Sienna and Limon, which are our orange and yellow agents, respectively. Sienna being just, it's brown, but it's orange. Work with me.
Sienna.
It's work with me here.
A nice burnt sienna.
And you guys can watch as they finish one deal, one round, if you will, of the poker game, and you will see that Davidson has won the round, won the pot, and is sliding his hands across like these, just like these poker chips, which are probably shaped like little aliens.
My God.
Complimentary of the
Complimentary.
Jasper.
Complimentary of Jasper of the Fourth Encounters.
They had to be there.
Yes, so they're different colors, the same colors as your standard poker chips, except they're just shaped like aliens.
And on the back, there's the logo.
Yes, and on the back there's the Fourth Encounters logo, which is Fourth Encounters gift shop and museum.
What is Fourth Encounters?
Fourth Encounters is basically the Wiley's original headquarters before the Coyotes Rest ranch, and it's owned by a man named Jasper, who believes in aliens
And God.
one guy.
He's totally a prophet.
Jasper knows shit, okay?
He's basically one of Wiley's.
He's woke.
He's one of Wiley's companions / friends, and
He's also fate bound to Wiley, right?
he's also fate bound to Wiley.
Yes.
He basically runs this shop, and it's basically just a tourist trap shop because they live in Roswell. So they live in Roswell, New Mexico. So he has a Fourth Encounters gift shop. It's become a museum, and basically Jasper believes that that all scions are just aliens.
Sounds like an interesting character.
He's basically big science.
Mm-hmm.
Big on science. He believes that
Big X-Files fan.
big X-Files. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
He would marry David Duchovny.
Wouldn't anybody?
Yes.
And
Anyways.
that is, and so that's why the poker chips are alien shaped. They're like the little green aliens. Because
I'm so here for that.
that's Jasper. That's a little bit of Wiley's, expanded lore, if you will. But yes, so he'll take this pile
He
of...
supports ghost child labor.
Yeah, he also really supports child labor, but only if the children are already dead. He piles...
Can't get in trouble for that.
You can't get arrested for child labor if the children are already dead. So
They're not children if they've been dead for 18 years.
Yeah, at that point...
Who's to say?
At that point, they're adults, so it's not illegal anyway. Pulls the pile of alien chips over, and you'll hear Senator Davidson say, "God, I gotta try and get a yeehaw voice back in me. Y'all, sweet
I
tea."
do that.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. Okay.
What in darnation?
What in damnation? So Davidson will say, "Can I deal you in?"
Of course. And he will take him a seat.
See, none of the others here are able to play really good. Everybody plays it a little too safe for my for my tastes. Sorry, I laughed because Barb wrote that Senator Davidson is voiced by Matt Mercer.
Oh my god, shut up. I'm imagining he sounds like Heisenberg from fucking Resident Evil 8.
No!
It's like someone doing a bad Nick Cage impression.
Rip off Nick Cage, no!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ethan
Says that like 4
Winters.
times.
Ethan Winters. It's so campy, I love it. Anyways.
So yeah, he just basically just shit on everybody. Everybody's playing style.
I like to take a few risks myself, sir.
As do we all, After all, we are on a prototype train going God knows how fast across our blessed country.
Well, didn't they say how fast this goes? Johnny says to him, from a few seats away, respectfully watching from.
High speed.
Saloon.
Well, soon the
Starting riots.
Metal snakes and all that.
Do you say that?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is very important. He will definitely say something to that. he will sort of laugh in a way that it sounds kind of obnoxious. Like it's a lot of like breathy, you know, that kind of.
Very Heisenberg of you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that kind of happens, but you'll see Senator Jones, which is an older woman. Give me a state, y'all.
Ohio.
Louisiana.
Texas.
I'm going with Ohio.
I'm giving you the worst states. Yes.
So
We're painting ourselves a picture here.
who will?
Can this be the lady that tried to prove that the COVID vaccine caused magnetism, and she kept sticking things on herself and they would fall and they would stay for a second? No.
That was in Texas.
Ohio.
That was in Ohio.
That was Ohio.
Why does it matter if you're magnetized?
I don't know. It's pretty cool. But anyways, that's what I'm
Just get
imagining.
electrocuted and then you'll be magnetized.
Go on.
I mean, we're all magnetized. Considering our atoms are together.
She will kind of laugh, but it's not a very friendly laugh. More or less because, like, it's the kind of laugh that you get when you're like trying to be polite, but you hate somebody's guts.
Love to see it.
And that's not something that is like you don't need to roll for it. It's obvious that there is a level of disdain between the two of them. Like, why the fuck am I with this guy? Why do I have to be with this guy?
I'll keep an eye out.
Why am I fucking playing poker with this guy?
Right?
Can I?
Magnetic motherfucker.
I'll watch how the poker game goes.
So you're gonna do
as
first
I
before
participate.
Okay, as you participate, and you are also observing. Yes, Johnny.
Yeah, but I wanna. When he, I'm sure this man is the type of confident man who will just smile whenever he has a good deck, and he doesn't even have to like bluff because he's just so up his own ass.
I think that is probably his poker face. Is that it's just generally like he's. I don't want to describe it. I don't want to describe it as nice. He doesn't seem like a nice person, but he is a positive person, but not in a positive way that makes you feel good. He's just kind of overly positive. So even if he has a bad hand, he seems to be positive about it, right? So that's kind of how his poker face works. He's just smiling all the time. He's having a good time. Yes. What?
You're on mute, Shane.
The live stream on YouTube is down.
Oh my gosh, everything's...
It's probably just our
Oh, but we're back on Twitch.
Our internet is probably just being
It's swapping
dumb.
between the two.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know how to solve that problem. So, he's positive, he's optimistic, and that's hard to tell. You need to roll a check to see if you can tell when he's being deceitful versus when he's not being deceitful. But overall, that is kind of like his overall poker face. And you can tell that Senator Jones probably doesn't really play poker. As far as like skill is concerned, she's not as good at playing poker, which is why it's even more annoying that she's sitting here, right? Limon and Sienna, middle of the road, as far as poker games, and then Sullivan is probably the other well-skilled player, but it seems like the reason why she's not winning as much is because of Davidson's poker face. Okay?
Poker face.
Can
Happy
I
Pride Month.
can I invoke one of my paths to try to figure out
Oh, hang on.
his poker face?
What is your path that you're trying to invoke to give yourself some bonuses here?
It would be either Freak Show Huckster or Mr. Carpe Diem. Because Huckster...
Say the second one again.
Mr. Carpe Diem.
Ah, you only live once, yes.
You must seize the day.
And then Freak Show Huckster because
Sorry, dog wanted to go to
trickery.
bed.
Just straight up trying to scam people.
Yeah, I think your Freak Show Huckster path would probably be better invoked in this situation than Mr. Carpe Diem, to give you some bonuses towards your ability to try and suss out this man's poker face. I'm going to ask you to roll for me a mental check, and you need to pick the approach, and we're probably going to use empathy to suss out to see if he's lying, right? And for Wiley, if you are trying to maintain your own poker face versus because it doesn't matter what hand you have, really.
Mm-hmm.
It matters whether or not, you can scare them into folding, I'm not going to roll dice to see who has the better hand in this situation.
Yeah.
I'm rolling whether or not you socially or, can manipulate your way through this sort of situation. So
can I do presence and integrity?
Yeah, so that'll be fine. But before you do that, I want to roll his dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of figure that out. So how do I do this again? How many dice? Okay.
Do I roll first?
I'm gonna roll to get a difficulty check. Is that fair? Okay. So
my plan is to do this, and then maybe we can stir the tension pot, and then Johnny can get that guy's attention to cast Master, so that the other people will get even madder towards him and just drop the respect shame.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. So, my challenge for you, Var.
What?
You have to see if you can suss out his poker face. You have a difficulty 3 check.
Oh, I'm gonna use half the momentum pool.
Yeah, go for it.
Why not?
Yes, use half the momentum pool.
So
1, 2, 3. So you get 3 extra dice.
How do we roll again? Come on. Come on. Okay, it works.
/10, so it'd be slash whatever XD10 caret 8 exclamation point if you're doing like just your own dice roll.
Okay. Oh.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Well, you get a momentum back.
I succeeded one.
Yeah. You feel...
I don't know.
It's okay. It's alright. Like, you feel like this man has made a career in hiding his true intentions.
Yeah.
He's a politician, but you don't know what politicians are, Johnny. You don't know.
But I know a liar when I see one.
Exactly. There you go, right? You know that this guy is a practiced career deceiver.
All right.
You don't know that
I can relate.
You do not know that equals politician. You just know that that's what he is.
I know that we both have high manipulation.
Yes. Now, Wiley, you need to roll your presence plus integrity.
Right.
Versus his integrity and his social skill. I'm not going to tell you which.
Can I cheer Wiley on?
I mean, we don't really have people cheering in a poker match, but Johnny doesn't know that, so...
I was about to say, both of you would assume Johnny knows that.
So I guess you can cheer.
Like,
5 difficulty.
Oh, hell. Can I use...
What would the help be? Jesus.
Can I, use some of that sweet momentum pool?
You can use all of it if you want to. It's the same scene though, so you're not.
So I
going
mean,
to
the
get,
bonus won't count. I
the
don't
bonus
care.
won't count for experience, but it will probably help versus this
I
difficult.
feel like this is big
Can
important.
what arena can I do for helping? Or is it still mental? Or can it be a social?
So how do we help again? Let's see, rolling dice. To help, where is it? Where is the rules to help?
You don't help.
We went on break for a while.
Yeah.
We were on break for a while, so forgive me. I am baby.
I think Johnny's baby actually, but
helping. It's probably dice. It's probably under dice. I'm using the index to try and help me. Helpful. Please for help. Helping hands. Let's see.
Wait, if I use them on... Oh, go ahead.
Let's just make it so that, Johnny, you have to figure out how would you help? How would you help Wiley, right? In what way would you help Wiley with your skill set? Because
What if we just blow the idea of a poker face out of here? Out of the water. Let's forget about that.
Are you just gonna
Johnny decides to he decides to saddle up next to Wiley, and because he doesn't know anything about poker, he just keeps saying how great these cards are, and he's trying to install the lie.
Wait, what if
that you guys are gonna fucking lose? He's trying to install the fact that everyone's gonna lose and Wiley's gonna kick their asses.
What
so
if
you
you
just
do
give
it?
up right now?
Wiley will tell you to. He'll be like, whisper.
It's a really tough. I mean, that is an option, right? But the goal of poker is to get the biggest pot, right? So if you say, "Wow, that's a great hand," everybody's gonna fold, right? And then there's no money to be gained out of the situation, right?
Can we spread the obfuscation?
Wiley, that's a
Poker
shit
Face
hand.
entire
God,
room?
Wiley, why don't fold now? Wiley, goddamn.
Okay.
Dude, there's not even a single number in that hand. What's going on?
Johnny doesn't even know how this thing works.
Is that the Joker? Why are you playing the Joker?
You could also use your ability to sneak your way around the table and sort of make eyebrows, which could then clue Wiley in on the fact that somebody might have a good hand. Does that make sense?
Wiley would probably, before they got started, teach Johnny about the game.
On the walk there.
Yeah.
All right. Here's what you got.
Here's the goal.
You always talk about how shit everything is, including yourself and your cards, and then you double down.
So it's either trying to neg the people into believing one thing through using the manipulation, or cunning by fucking eyeing everything.
Yeah, so I would say if you are going to basically sneak your way around, right, and sort of sneakily, so that they don't see that you're doing the, right, that might be a physical, right? If you're going to do the opposite, right, maybe stand behind Wiley and your poker face is quote unquote bad as you look over his shoulder, and make it so that the people notice your poker face instead, which is basically cluing it in oh, he's got a bad hand.
I think Johnny just having a really bad poker face would work better.
Okay, so roll me a social check you choose the approach.
Manipulation, of course.
Right, of course. So you're manipulating them. So you're trying to convince or persuade them to think that you are like. So that would probably be a persuasion check.
Cool.
Can you
Cool,
please
great.
any successes that you get will roll over into enhancements for Wiley.
Okay.
And then for Wiley, you can also use the momentum pool. So we have so that's 3 auto successes, right?
Okay.
So now you're going to use. Are you going to use all of the momentum?
This is perfect for me because I have 10 dice.
Is the momentum, remind me, is the momentum extra dice or is that auto successes?
The momentum's extra dice.
Okay.
So we just
use it all.
So we killed
11d10.
4 momentum.
Ooh.
5 successes.
Ooh.
Plus 3 autos equals 8.
3 successes.
Can we make it spicy? And during the game, it's just, literally, whatchamacallit? No masters, just on the stinky senator man.
Stinky senator man. So remind me what No Masters is.
No masters is manipulation in legend versus composure in legend. You strip a character of their authority over others. This suppresses any positive attitudes or bonds that another character with long range has towards the target, or any kind of political, social, or economic authority who holds over them for the duration of the scene. Negative emotions are unaffected. Employees may lose all loyalty they have to their boss, but they'll still carry out resentment from long hours or shitty wages.
Okay.
Using the boon on trivial characters free.
Roll your manipulation plus your legend. This
Legend
sucks.
2.
It's just a you ain't shit button.
This sucks because mortals don't have legend.
You ain't shit, boy.
Isn't that what it refers to when it says trivial characters? Like it means non-scions and stuff? Or does it mean
trivial characters or like
are just faceless NPCs.
Faceless folk. So like because he is a named character and he does have like
It's cost 1 point of imbuement.
So you're imbuing it for the scene, so you lose a legend. All right, for the scene.
No wonder why Johnny was like, he knows how to lie. What the fuck is it? What does he do though? Like, you ain't shit.
What do senators do? What's a senator? Can you eat it?
Are you important?
You just say that out loud. Hey, mister, are you important?
And then everyone's like, is he important? No.
Everybody has an existential crisis. Is he important though? Okay, so let's set this scene, right? So Wiley gets dealt into this first hand of poker, and Johnny, you got a brief sort of summary of what to do, but you just kind of stand behind Wiley, noticing how well this man lies. And let me tell you, Wiley, you get the same impression. That same impression that Johnny got, that this man has made a career out of being deceptive, right? Is clear to you as well. Very, very clear to you as well. Which probably is why you are encouraged to maybe concentrate a little bit harder to justify that momentum pool expenditure, right? It's not in one round that the No Masters really kicks in. It's in a collection of multiple rounds that result in a series of losses on behalf of Senator Davidson. And they are relatively close losses. Basically it gets down to where everybody else is folded except Wiley and Davidson.
Who needs the fortune preview when you can just fuck shit up?
It's
raw
just skill.
It gets to that point 3 or 4 times. And each time, Davidson loses.
He just gets taken down one.
Gets taken down a notch. And it's very, very common, right? For, if, say, like, when he folds, you can tell he wants to see your cards so bad. But you just slide them back, we shuffle the deck again, and he never knows if you are actually lying. Now, granted, you are a very truthful person, and technically, the difficulty of your little moon thing, right now it's waning. You're still pretty truthful, so that's where the difficulty definitely kind of.
You have your own poker face, but Johnny is just like.
But that distraction, the no masters, and each loss you can see Agent Sienna and Agent Limon sort of like giving like double takes to Davidson, who's slowly kind of losing his cool.
It all started with, "Are you really important?"
Are you really important? On the last loss, where he goes all in. And this is when you had a winning hand. And so he goes all in, and you have to reveal the cards. You have a winning hand on top of his, and he just sort of, his thin lips get thinner. There's a little bit of like a sweat that's kind of beating along his temples because there's a heat that's kind of building up inside of him. It's not like a supernatural heat. It's just this guy's getting mad, right? He's just getting kind of mad. And he will stand up very roughly. Enough to like knock the table just a little bit. That little thunk that happens when you're trying to get up fast and maybe your knees hit something. And there's maybe a self-satisfied grin on somebody's face here.
Very much so.
As Senator Davidson sort of says, "Well, it's just a game. It's not like we're all playing for keeps here."
Unless you talk about life.
Was that a gun? It's just a stick up. Everybody get down.
That's how we keep the train safe.
Oh, Mr. Senator, sir, you kind of sound a little mad. If it's just a game.
Hey man, why are you salty?
Wiley'll kind of tap Johnny on the leg and say, "Mr. Senator, you played well. You have an excellent poker face, sir."
Well, when you're on the Senate floor, you need a very, very good face to negotiate terms with, the enemy.
The enemy.
The enemy.
Sure, that requires a lot of lying, too.
Wiley's gonna banish him to the shadow room.
I have something I want you to see.
And Senator Davidson will sort of like pull back. I think that I'm going to look more around the different leisure cars. See what we have to offer before I retire.
Alrighty, sir. It's been a pleasure.
As you slide those fourth encounter chips towards you.
Johnny just does like a little shrug, like, "What? Bye."
Bye. And you'll see Agent Sienna go up and follow behind Davidson. Possibly the one that's assigned to him right now. Limon will sort of look towards Jones, the other senator, and she will say, "Well, that was fun." And stand up herself. "It's a pleasure."
He'll smile at her and nod.
And now you're stuck with the one business person of interest, Gianna Sullivan.
Wait, what about Senator Jones?
That's who left.
Oh,
Jones
okay.
just
Yes.
left. Sullivan
yes.
Sullivan is the one that's left. The private investor, the business, private business owner who is here to try and see if they want to invest. That's the and she will say,
Well,
Don't you have to work?
yeah, I'm almost done. It's 11:30. Sorry, my mom was confused and lost.
concerned. We're almost done. And she will sort of raise her eyebrows at the whole situation and grab one of the fourth encounter chips and sort of flip it between her fingers before saying, very impressive.
Thank you, ma'am.
He's really talented.
He'll elbow you.
Johnny will laugh at that and just like push the elbow away.
You're quite the team. You'll know that Sullivan folded pretty much the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
During those couple of rounds between you and the senator.
Yeah.
You feel like she is a shrewd enough business person to know when she should tap out.
When there's a con happening.
And when there's a con happening, exactly, which is kind of what she ended up perceiving. Which, again, like, these characters are mortal, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all mortals are trivial.
Mm-hmm.
And that there are mortals that can perceive and see things. And, you guys are not at demigod level yet, so, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So she just, she sort of just laughs and says, as if this is going to make the senator any happier with the train.
I just gotta keep my eye on everyone.
Well, you don't have to keep your eye on me. I already fully intend to invest in this train.
He'll grin and kind of give her a nod, like,
especially if it stays as entertaining as this.
it was a bit of a show, wasn't it?
I can't wait to see all the other shows that you decide to show up with. You and all your fellow scions. And she will stand up and take one of the green chips from your pile, if you don't mind. Souvenir.
Of course. He will kind of stand and kind of give her a little head bow. And my name's Wiley, by the way.
Gianna Sullivan.
Very nice to meet you. And he will offer his hand.
I intend to build, or my plan is, to build most of the stations for these trains.
Excellent.
Oh, so no wonder why you'd be investing. I'm Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. You should play some poker too sometime.
I don't know about that. It looked a little complicated.
No, I think you knew what you were doing.
You knew exactly what you were doing.
I knew that he didn't seem like a nice person, so...
Oh, he's not.
Do you happen to hear anything in particular?
Well, you didn't hear it from me. But Senator Davidson does not approve of the clean air initiative that Ravi is trying to reach.
I mean, that would make him a bad person.
He has a lot of investments in oil, gas, fossil fuels. If people are using cars less, planes less, his investors, the people who are paying for his campaign, they wouldn't be very happy now, would they?
No, ma'am. He didn't hear it from me, but I'd sure be happy to see him get knocked down a peg.
I would be very careful. He's very shrewd, and he'll do anything to make sure he gets his way.
He'll narrow his eyes at that. and sort of just nod and look back towards the door that he left through. Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm actually sort of Robbie's cousin, so if you ever need anything, let me know.
She sort of like makes a face. I suppose many times removed. Have a good evening.
You as well.
You know, like cousin twice removed, third removed. Yeah.
It's because I'm white, isn't it?
It's because you're white and he's very, very brown. And she will move away, leaving you guys in your current positions. Not knowing this, having an idea of maybe that the enemy is not necessarily the obvious one. That perhaps there are players that are involved in this space that normally you think wouldn't have as much power, but possibly could be involved in some sort of sabotage as well. It expands your criminals, you know, your suspicions, but also maybe gives you new perspective on what could possibly be happening here on this train. As the camera kind of pans away from each of you guys in your own respective bubbles, we still have multiple hours to go. After all, we are well into the evening, maybe nearing closer to midnight or something along, as you kind of slowly start making your way across the desert to the northeast, through Vegas, through Denver, up into the mountains, and towards Nebraska. The camera pans away, and for a moment, it kind of lingers as it kind of goes through the fields, kind of goes through that, oh god, driving through fucking Colorado to Kansas is like a fucking nightmare. It's fucking nightmarish. Anyway, kind of goes through the literal flatlands all the way to Nebraska, in which you can see the silhouette of a very large creature.
Very shiny snake.
And the silhouette itself seems to be holding what appears to be a giant hammer. And around him are little creatures. Around him are these little creatures that are just like a mini version of him, holding tiny little rail nails that have little sticks on them. As they all start walking towards the rail. Maybe the title of the next one is going to be I'll Be Working on the Railroad. I am working on the railroad on a livelong day.
I'll tell you what flashed through my head really
I'll
quick.
be working on the railroad.
I was like, damn, the boy's pissed off how that fast. I thought she got the giantess lady from the
from
the
hell.
bridge.
No, she doesn't.
She got her.
She doesn't leave that area. Otherwise, she.
I
Can't leave
don't know.
her
I was
close.
trying to think of giant people with hammers. Then you said he, and I was like, oh,
Well,
thank
my
God.
first thought was, oh, Thor, we haven't started anything yet. You shouldn't be trying to kill anyone.
There's
Sure.
so many options. The hammer is like a hammer for a rail. For like hammering in rail
Railroads.
nails. Yeah, railroad spikes and stuff like that.
It's like
For some reason,
Paul
I thought it
Bunyan
was
or
like
some
an
shit.
army of knockers, but I was like, no, that's too obscure a like weird mythos reference.
Are we supposed to fight off an army of tiny children with hammers?
Easy.
With other tiny children with
With other
knives.
With other tiny children with hammers, haha!
Baby. We're
Anyway.
mobilizing baby.
Supply them with
They
their
have the
hammers.
Jenga blocks. They have the giant Jenga blocks. They're
Those are
ready.
bats. What are you talking about?
All right, guys, we've kind of gone really long, and we've had a lot of new information coming into this area. We will definitely be going into a battle next week. I hope you know. So kind of be prepared for that as we encounter our first.
They don't want to talk it out.
What?
They don't want to talk it out.
Why would we do that?
I think Taylor
Well,
might
maybe-
disown me if I try to talk out another combat scenario.
Let me use my character that's built for combat.
I would like to
please.
talk. I would like to
Thank
talk
you.
out of yet another battle through tricks and another
Literally
game.
everything
Wiley.
else is fair game. Just let me have
use
this
no
moment.
masters on the big
Let
one.
me.
Wiley gets to shoot as many things as Wiley wants.
Here, I got it. We'll all sit. We'll sit aside. We'll watch from the sidelines. Wiley can fight them all on his own, and we'll just be like,
I'm sorry. I'm telling you about the great story known as Persona 5. Specifically,
Yeah, you guys are still
Persona 5
by the-
Royale.
By the
Still
time
crying in the
that
corner.
Wiley is actually fighting whatever boss is at the
By
end
the
of this,
time
you guys are
it's
still
to fake
going through
our own
Persona
deaths,
5.
you're just talking.
If we're not going through Persona 5 still at that point, I will be disappointed.
I'm at
Yeah, you're
12
doing
drinks
Persona
now
5,
trying to process
I can't
sadness.
believe Jay is gonna make Leaf watch the entire Persona 5 animated series.
No, he
Isn't
wouldn't
there
do
only
that.
like 4 episodes of
No,
that?
the thing is that,
It's
that
not long, yeah.
Jay had to backtrack to Persona 4 to talk about the nuances of Persona 5, and then he accidentally goes back to
And I'm
2.
like, wait, what about 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah. Then in Persona 2, they're like, "Ugh, we don't talk about that. There's like weird American Hitler. It's not a good time.
Yeah, the localization was just not good, okay?
Duffier.
Yeah, Das Fuhrer.
All right, so kind of be prepared for next week.
I forgot we were still on stream.
Yeah, we're still on stream. We need to say goodbye to everybody. So really quick sign off. Say who you are, who you played, what your favorite part of the game was, and then we'll go from there. We'll start with our guest. Shane, please tell me those things.
All right.
Keep it
Hi,
quick.
Hi, I'm me. You can find me at all parts of Twitch. You just type in Marine of One or Guild of the Phoenix or this, and you'll find me some days.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I played Du Bois, and my favorite part of the session today is kind of a cross between the juxtaposition between Leaf being like, I don't like making people sad, and then this person being like, I don't like scions because they manipulate people and have too much power. And then one cart over, there is a scion manipulating people with his power to make them cry for Leaf.
It's very fun. We get into dicey territory. We get into dicey territory as we become more powerful. It's very common in Scion. It happens a lot. So as long as we acknowledge that that's kind of fucked up,
There's some sort of message of losing humanity.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
we lost humanity, but we don't.
As long as we
Every legend is a humanity point lost.
Honestly, you're right.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Yes.
Let's go over to Julian.
Hi, I'm Julian. I have played Jay. My favorite part was making Caleb go oof at Jay's super invasive comment of being self-aware to Leaf. I just thought that was really funny.
That was good.
Good timing on that one. I don't like making people cry. Oh
my god, you're self-aware now. It's so good.
Oh
Anyway,
You threw me because you said it so quick. I was like,
you were ready. That shit was like locked and loaded.
playing Virtuous Jay is very different, and then playing Virtuous Drunk Jay is also different. But hopefully he sobers up at some point. Anyway, you can find me here on Fridays. You can find me over at Guild of the Phoenix on Thursdays and Sundays for a subsequent Vampire the Masquerade campaign, a Cyberpunk Red campaign, or a D&D 5e campaign. I'm also doing a one-shot, or rather it's a second half of a one-shot on a theater file, where we are playing the Labyrinth tabletop game, and we are raising money for the Trevor Project. So if you guys want to hang out with me playing Lady Bun of Chelsea, who's a knight of yore, check me out for that. But
very funny Muppet voice.
Yeah, because it's Muppets. So
let's go to Andromeda.
hi, I am Andromeda. I played Leaf. You can find me on Twitter at SCGIROL, and you can find me on Jacqueline Hare on Thursdays in the previous aforementioned modernized Curse of Strahd game, more or less 8 p.m. EST. My favorite part was the duality of
Beans and claws.
gracious.
Oh my god.
The duality of Marine, the Du Bois getting this reporter to print the story to make so many people cry, and meanwhile Jay's like, maybe you need a new god. It's like, maybe I'm gonna make everyone cry because your god is so bad, and Jay's like, maybe you need a new god.
Maybe you need to like find a different solution or something.
Jay's goal is just to turn just everyone get new gods.
Jay's
make
his
everyone
own pantheon. That's what he's aiming
Yeah.
for.
What if you just made everyone a scion of
our goals are
Alan or Suki?
He just
you get a choice. You get Suki or my dad.
Or my uncle.
Pick one. Or my uncle. Pick one.
it's very fun to see how we're slowly going to turn into a group of scions that are either children of titans or titan adjacent. That's very just great job, guys. Great job, guys. Let's go over to Taylor, who looks dead inside.
I'm very hungry.
Go eat.
Okay, bye guys.
Oh my god. You scared me.
My name's Taylor. I'm sorry I've been dead. I had a very rough past couple of days, but I'm here. Next week should be better. Knock on wood. I played Wiley, a rootin' tootin' shootin' cowboy who would like to think that he probably just had like one of his life dreams fulfilled playing poker in like a saloon, just lacking the westerns.
You got the real long-term deed done.
That's Wiley is satisfied. He can die for real.
That was his heart's desire.
Why
He's
fake
satisfied.
this?
Now he can
his
fake
death?
his own.
What? No, we don't fake his death at this point. He can just die now because everything's
You can die in
done.
peace.
Nothing will beat that.
That's not it.
It's definitely
Nothing.
I wish there was a better way to like cinematically play poker in a tabletop
There's not
game.
unless we actually deadass pulled up a game of poker.
Unless we actually did it, but
Let's pull out the Roll20 cards again.
But I
Yeah.
do feel like
Tabletop simulator.
it was very much very Wild West of you to do that and to show up this senator from Arkansas.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy, right?
Fuck that dweeb.
You know I like to make my villains not redeemable at all.
But Jesse, based on the voice that you used for Sullivan, that was the girl, right?
Yeah.
She gave me big Royce vibes, so I don't trust her.
Well, Amaterasu is the Royce of this game.
Oh, but I mean, you still use the Royce voice for her, so I was like,
I can't help. There's only so many like bad bitch voices I can come up with. You know.
Okay, it just made me be like, she's a bad person.
She is a capitalist, so yes.
Ah, I see. I will also.
And we are
use
in
my destroyer
America.
neck to
That's kind of
destroy her.
like the going.
So, Var, your turn.
Hi. Sorry. My brain's being funny. Hi, I played Johnny this session who enjoys messing with people.
That's kind of what you do.
It's kind of what he does. I mean, he did pull a con, so that kind of goes with his path. So fuck it.
Big nailed it energy.
My favorite parts were just us being bullshit crazy because I've missed it because we rarely talk.
God, my face hurts from laughing tonight.
I mean, the humor was very elevated today.
It's because we haven't talked to each other in forever.
Yeah.
Because I've been dead, and I finally got to let loose on you motherfuckers.
I also enjoyed just the small talk between Jay and Leaf. It's dry.
Leaf is dry.
It's dry.
Leaf is a very dry character.
It's dry, and with Jay's like just casual
Fuck
okay,
him.
yeah.
Fuck him.
Like
Just telling the truth in a casual way. Well,
Look,
Leaf is like,
maybe his boyfriend's
No.
affecting him, okay?
I really love just how low social skills Leaf is.
Oh, that's great.
I was thriving at how awkward that conversation was. It was so great.
How
I
many
It was
was like,
really
presents do you
awkward.
have?
Oh, we've established this. Like none.
You have to have at least one, I think.
Yeah, you
Well,
have
I
to have
think
at
it's
least
literally-
one.
I think it's literally the one. Yeah, one.
Also, I got a chance to once again gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
That's Johnny's slogan.
It's I love.
Change one of your paths.
I feel like that's going to be your new legendary title.
Ooh. Girl boss.
No, that's your new 3 paths. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Oh god. I think that's very funny, and I think Johnny is very, very cool in how it's always surprising how quickly Johnny will just gaslight somebody. Like it's just very fast with it.
You've never seen no one
You
gaslight
fucking
this
blinked.
fast.
Huh?
You fucking blinked. No, I did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, did I? I must
We all
have.
saw you blink.
God, so good. Anyway, good shit, everybody. My name's Jesse. I was your storyteller. It's been a while since we've played this game, but we are going to truck along and try and get this arc done. We still have more train adventure to go, and if you want to see more train adventure, more shenanigans, and just building storyteller
Taylor sinks
okay.
into the void.
and building storyteller characters, because now at this point I can't not.
We need an MLM in this.
Now that Tandy McCartay Reynolds exists, I'm gonna have to use her more. I don't know how.
Gonna have
Don't put her
to.
in my arc.
Huh?
Please don't put her in my arc.
No, you'll sprinkle her in there by discussing about like the branches of the MLM.
Yeah, like
And who's under her.
Something's gonna happen with this. I don't know what. I just feel like this energy.
I have a
is-
lot of good information here.
she's a
You
scion.
need
We got a lot to go
fire
off
for
of.
There's
Tandy.
a lot to go off here.
Yes.
And then
Taylor.
also our rainbow agents are also really cool. So
They
I'm really
have to
happy.
be Common Rider.
I'm really happy with them. So I'm really happy with those things, and because it's Pride, we gotta make it.
Same month.
Gotta make it gay somehow.
Goodness.
Gotta make it gay.